Hi everyone, it's Timmy from Ivy Corrine Bath and Body. We're going to be making a goat's milk soap today. So I've already added in my kaolin clay, and we're going to add in the lye. Now, normally I do this with fresh goat's milk, but today I was out, so I had some canned goat's milk that I wanted to use up, but it's condensed. So I do the lye in the water, and then I use that same amount, so it was like 9 ounces of water with the lye mixture in there, and then I have 9 ounces of goat's milk. So we'll just blend that in. Yeah, so you will be seeing a lot more of fall and winter soaps coming up in the videos because, you know, it's July, so it's about that time to get started with those soaps. So we will be getting started with some fall ones. I'm actually making a couple of fall ones. I'm going to be making a pumpkin one a little later. Tomorrow I've got some beer going, some pumpkin beer that's cooling, and I will probably make that one tomorrow. Okay, that's emulsified, so we're going to go ahead and add in our milk. And like I said, it's just condensed goat's milk. And if you do that, make sure that you don't freak out when you first blend in your lye, because it usually will thicken because there's not a lot of water in there. Once you add in your goat's milk, it usually will, you know, loosen right up for you. Okay, that's nice and blended in. So we're going to go ahead and add in our colorants. We're going to separate some of these out. I forgot to make, no, I wasn't going to add titanium. I go back and forth. Do I want to add, I always get a crackle. My soaps always overheat, and I always get a crackle effect, so I'm trying not to use titanium dioxide all the time. This one will be a little darker. That's okay, I don't mind that. That's a little high. There we go. My lines are disappearing on my cups. I'm going to need to start eyeballing it, and God knows I'm not good at that. So. Okay, so this will be like our base in here. We're not really going to mess with this much. Like I said, no titanium dioxide, so and it will whiten up a little bit because you can see it's like a browner shade or tan shade, but it will whiten up as it sponifies. Okay, so there's our white. And now we're going to work on our colors here. Now, this is a lavender and mint scent, so I haven't added it yet because that lavender tends to thicken stuff up. And this one's already kind of thick as it is, so we're just going to take it a slower pace and not add that in because I don't want to speed things up anymore. It's quite warm, man. That lye warmed that stuff up. It's got to be over 100 degrees. I was soaping at 80, so I don't know. Had a weird reaction with the lye, but it'll be fine, I'm sure. It's just very warm, which is probably why it's being so thick. And we have purple. Purple can sometimes be very tricky to get because it tends to want to go gray before it goes purple. So you usually have to add in a bit more of that. And I tend to do, even for a lighter purple, I tend to go purple and blue mixtures so that it kind of brightens that purple up a little to pull it out of the gray that it wants to be. And being that we start with a brown base, it's being stubborn. That's okay. The fragrance together smells really good. This is the blend that we make ourselves. But it's just lavender goes with pretty much anything. I mean, not many things you couldn't blend that with that wouldn't smell wonderful. Okay. How's that white one doing? Is it thickening? Okay. It's okay. Alright. Now that we have this mixed in, we're going to stick blend our colors in, and then we will go ahead and get our fragrance mixed in and move on from there. This so well with my little mini mixer to mix in all the purple, but sometimes you still get the speckles anyway. Okay. There's our purple. I totally should have blended in the white first. I wasn't thinking, but that's okay. We'll wash it off real fast. And this green is pretty well mixed in already, so we'll go ahead and add the fragrance and then we'll mix it in the rest of the way. That's really a refreshing combination. The lavender and the mint together. It smells really good. Alright, there's our green. I'm going to rinse this off. I'll be right back. Alright, now we'll get our fragrance blended into the white. See, this is why I stopped working with the condensed goat's milk though. Go ahead, sweetie. Because it always does this. It always thickens it up. Plus, it does give it that darker hue. And the fresh goat milk does not do that. But I had some and I just wanted to use it up. Because I'm certainly not going to drink it. But... this one might not even need to be stick blended in. So it just took that fragrance right in. Okay. So there we go. We have our 3 colors, and we're just going to pot swirl these, especially because they've gotten so thick. We don't want to try and do anything else with this, really. You know what, actually I'm going to put it in the mold and then I'm going to spoon swirl it in. It's nice and thick. It's always a nice method to do. Lay this down before I knock everything over. Okay, so we will start. We're just going to start layering in some colors here, and then we'll just spoon swirl it in the end. Hubby's having a panic attack because when things get thick, he starts to panic. He doesn't like them. It's not that bad though. I've had worse. Before I started recording these, there used to be some of them, they just, well, if you've ever soaped before, you know, no matter how many years you've been doing it, you can have one that just decides it's not going to work. Alright, we'll get the rest of our white, or I should say cream colored brown in there. And for everybody who's wondering, I do gel my milk soaps because try as I may to stop that process. I don't know if it's just my house. I mean, I live in Chicago and in the winters get pretty nasty here and we get it really cold. And I've left them darn near outside because our back porch isn't insulated at all. So I've left them out on that porch, and darn thing tried to gel anyway, and then you get the half gelled look, and I despise that look. I don't know. It's either one way or the other. So I'd rather my milk soaps actually darken a little rather than be kind of iffy. You know, if it looks one way or the other, I'd rather have it go all the way. So this will be gelled. A little darker isn't going to hurt anything. Plus, I notice with my soaps when I gel them, I tend to get less of a chance of getting ash. And the last is the green. Okay, clean up the sides real fast. And then we'll tap this down and we'll swirl it up. Alright, manages to sleep through all this is beyond me. Sometimes though, I'll just turn the stick blender on and she's awake. I guess it all depends. Alright, turn this around. Do that again. to tap it down again. I'll be right back. It's sitting, it's not getting any thicker. So I'm just going to texture the top a little. I gotta find those thicker skewers. Maybe I'll just buy a bag of chopsticks. I hate how teeny tiny these are. I like the ones that are a little thicker. You get a better line, but they're hard to find. I could use a popsicle stick, I guess, but I don't know. Then it's not round. Weirds me out. Okay, so that's about it on this one. Nothing fancy. Just a beautiful scent. Very earthy, but not in the patchouli earthy way. Just nice and soft. Like I said, it's really refreshing. It's weird. Peppermints always, I can taste them in the back of my throat when I smell them. So maybe I'm the only one like that. I'm weird. Okay, so there we go. This is, let me clean that up for you. This is our lavender mint. And there you go. And we'll be back a little later with another one. Talk to you soon. Bye.